morning, children. Welcome to your English language class. So, today we are going to start with a new topic. But as you know that in our previous videos we have completed the topic adjectives. Today the topic that we are going to start is verb. Okay? So the topic that today we are going to discuss in this video is verb. So let's start our video. So what we are going to read in this particular video is about verb present tense. Okay. So before we start discussing that what are verb present tense, let's see that what is verb. So what are verbs? Verbs are the words that shows an action. Okay. A group of words that shows action or that indicates that something has happened or existed. Okay. Those are verbs. So in simple language, you can say that verbs are action words. They shows action. Okay. They shows action. Now, what about tenses? What are tenses? Okay. So tenses are the time when an action took place. Okay. Tenses tells us about the time when an action took place. Okay. And you know that tenses are divided into three categories. Okay. And what are those? I hope that all of you know this, that present tense, the three categories in which the tenses are divided is present tense, past tense and future tense. Okay, these are the three categories under which the tenses are divided. Okay, now and furthermore these three tenses are divided into four categories. Okay, what are those? Present tense is divided into simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. And same as present tense, past tense also have four subcategories. What are those? Simple past, past continuous, past perfect, okay, and past perfect continuous. So what we are doing, we are just simply changing the tense, okay, and the rest of the things are same. So for the future tense, what are the four subcategories? That is simple future, future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. Okay, so the tenses are divided into three categories and those three categories have four subcategories. So total there are 12 tenses. And what is the work of tense? What tenses actually do? They helps us to identify the time when in which or in to identify the time when an action took place. Okay, this is the work of tenses. So in this video, we are going to talk about tense, verb present tense. Okay, so let's start. So as you know that the first part of the present tense is the four categories in which present tense is divided, and the first one is simple present tense. Okay, so how simple present tense is used? Let's see. So the first way to use a simple present tense is to express a habitual action. Okay, habitual action means something which is a habit. Okay, to tell that this particular thing is a habitual action, let's understand this with an example, with examples. If I say that I travel to school in a car, so this is a habitual action that what is the action that I am doing? That is travel. Okay, I travel. So I travel to school in a car every day is a habitual action. Similarly, the second example, I get up early every day. So getting up early is a habitual action here. Okay, so simple present tense, we use simple present tense to tell that to express a habitual action. Okay, and how what type of habitual action? Habitual action means those action to express the habitual action. Now, what is the second way in which simple present tense is used? It is to show a general truth. Okay, to show a general truth, we use simple present tense. Let's understand this with an example. The sun sets in the west. Okay, so this is a general truth that the sun sets in the west. We cannot say that the sun sets in the east, or we cannot say that in this is a general truth. This truth is not going to get changed according to time or according to space. No, this particular truth, that a general truth, that the sun sets in the west, is going to remain constant. Okay, so simple present tense is used to express general truth. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now, third way in which a simple present tense can be used is a future event that is already known or planned. Okay, a future event that you already know or is planned. Okay, let's understand this with also example, that he arrives at noon tomorrow. Okay, he arrives at noon tomorrow. So what is the meaning of this sentence? That वो कल दोपहर में आएगा. Okay, he arrives at noon tomorrow. तो वो कल दोपहर में आएगा. So this is the already planned event. Okay, this is going to happen in the future, but this is already planned, so this comes under the category of simple present tense. Okay, what else? In a negative question with why to make a suggestion. Okay, simple present tense is used in a negative sentence, okay, with why to make a suggestion. For example, why don't we go out to play? So here you can read the sentence, and in this sentence what is being said to us? It is basically suggestion. Okay, with the help of why, here the suggestion is being made with a negative question. A suggestion is being made that we should go outside and play. Okay, so these are the four types in which the simple present tense can be used. Okay, so now let's see the structure. Base structure is what? Structure help us to form the tenses, form the form the part of the sentence. So here, how we can make a simple present tense. Okay, so first of all we use subject. Okay, subject like I, he. Okay, these are the subjects, or subjects are noun. Okay, so subject plus verb. Okay, we have to, how we can make a simple present tense? First of all we have to write the subject, then with the subject we use verb or s or es. Okay, and then the remaining part of the sentence. Let's see example. He drinks tea every morning. Okay, so here subject is he, and with the verb drink we have put s, drinks, then the remaining part of the sentence. Okay, this is a structure of simple present tense. What is the structure of simple present tense? We use subject plus verb s or es. Okay, and with that the remaining part of the sentence, and these things will form the structure of simple present tense. Okay, let's see another example. The second example is the match starts at 8 o'clock. Okay, so here the match starts at 8 o'clock. So here the verb is start. Okay, and with the verb we have put s with it. Okay, s, and the remaining part of the sentence. So I hope this section is clear to you, that how we use simple present tense and what is the structure of simple present tense. Okay, so now let's move on to the next, that is present continuous tense. What are the four types of sentences? What are the four types of tenses? Yes, recall it. First one is simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so now we are going to discuss the second one, that is present continuous tense. Okay, and where we can use present continuous tense. So the first way in which we can use present continuous tense is an action that is going on in the present. Okay, present continuous. So continuous means you can understand that which is continuing, the action which is continuing at the present. Okay, so an action that is going on in the present, we can use present continuous tense, can be used in this way. Okay, for example, just look at her, she is still sleeping. So what is the action here? Sleeping. Okay, sleeping is the action, and that action is still going on, she is still sleeping. Okay, still sleeping means वो अभी भी सो रही है. So this action is still going on in the present, it is still continuing. Okay, means it is in the still continuous stage. Okay, the second one is Amit is watching cricket match. Okay, so what is the action that is performed here? What is the verb here? That is watch. Okay, so action that is still going on is Amit is watching the cricket match. Okay, he is watching cricket match. This action of him watching the cricket match is still going on in the present while the sentence is being told to us, or when the sentence is being told to us, हमें जब ये बात बताई जा रही है वो action उस time भी is going on. Okay, so when we can use present continuous tense, the first way to use present continuous tense is when the action is still going on in the present. Okay, then we use present continuous tense. Okay, where the action is still going on. Okay, the second way is an action which is temporary and may not be going on at the time of speaking. Okay, so the first one is when the action is going on still in the present. Okay, the second one is an action which is temporary and may not be going on at the time of speaking. What is the meaning of this? That the action is temporary means वो उस time पे जब हम वो बात बोल रहे हैं उस टाइम पे वो एक्शन नहीं हो रहा है. Okay, this is the meaning of this sentence. Let's understand this with the example. I am reading a very interesting historical account. Okay, so first of all, what is the meaning of historical account? Historical account are the documents. Okay, so here it is being told to us that I am reading a very interesting historical account. So that person is reading a very interesting historical account, and to read a historical account you need very long time. You cannot read a particular historical account in just 1 or 2 days, because it has lots of pages, you can say, or it has lots of things in them, so it takes time. So when this thing is being told to us that I am reading a very interesting historical account, this action is not going on at that particular moment. Okay, so the action is temporary and is not going on at the particular time when this is being told to us. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear to you, that what are the what are the ways. First way we have talked about is the action that is going on in the present. Okay, present continuous means us time pe that particular time that action is going on. The second one is an action which is temporary and may not be going on at the time of speaking. So when we are telling about that particular action, that action is not being being done. Okay, third way is an action that is planned or arranged to take place in near future. Okay, so present continuous tense can be the third way to use in present continuous tense is an action that is planned or arranged to take place in near future. Means that action is planned, or it is going to be, it is being arranged to to take place in near future. Means the future, in the future that particular thing is going to happen. So let's understand with example. I am leaving for Dubai this evening. So what is the event that is going to happen is that I am going to leave for Dubai in Dubai this evening. Okay, so this evening I am going to Dubai. Okay, leaving for Dubai. So this action is planned and is arranged to happen in the near future. Near future means future, past वाले future में ये action होने वाला. This action is going to happen in the near future. And what is the action of me leaving to Dubai in this evening? Okay, so I hope you understood that what are the three ways in which we use present continuous tense. Okay, now let's talk about the structure of present continuous tense. So the structure of the present continuous tense. So first yes. So for the structure we need subject plus am, is or are. Okay. For singular subjects what we are going to use? We are going to use am or is. Okay. And for the plural subjects we are going to use are. Okay. And with this verb first form plus ing and the remaining part of the sentence. So structure, for the structure of present continuous tense, what we are going to do, we are going to write it as subject plus am, is, are plus verb first form of the verb plus ing. With the first form of the verb we are going to put ing and plus the sentence, remaining part of the sentence. Let's understand this with the example. So first example is my uncle is arriving tomorrow. Okay, my uncle is arriving tomorrow. So here uncle is singular noun, so with this we have used is, and arriving. Okay, arrive is the verb, and with is this we have used ing and the remaining part of the sentence. Okay, so this sentence is in the present continuous form. Okay, present continuous form of the sentence. This is the structure of present continuous to form a present continuous tense. Okay, to show the action which is taking place in the present continuous form. Let's look at the second example. The girls are singing a song. So here you can see that with the plural form we have used are. Okay, are, and sing is the verb here, and with sing we have put the ing. Okay, and the remaining part of the sentence. Okay, so the sentence means that the girls are singing a song. Girls hai jo wo kya kehte, what they are doing, they are singing a song. Okay, so I hope now this is clear to you. To form a, what is the structure to form a present continuous tense. Okay, this part is clear to you, I hope. Now let's move on to the next thing, that is present perfect tense. Okay, this is the third part of present tense, that is present perfect tense. Okay, and where and how we use present perfect tense. So first way is an action that, okay, I have you write that two times. Wait a second. Okay, so the first way is an action that has been completed in the immediate past. Immediate past means the action is just completed. Okay, it is completed in the immediate past. Immediate past means not a long ago, or not in a very long past. Okay, it is just being done in the immediate past. So here you can also see that present perfect tense is a combination of both past and present. Okay, past action and present, this is a combination of both the tenses. So the first way to use it is an action that has been completed in the immediate past. Okay, the action which is completed in just a immediate past. Okay, example, I have just finished my dinner. Okay, so the action is that that person has finished his dinner. Okay, so that action, the time, okay, the time of action is not a long ago, it is just done in the immediate past. And what is the action that is being done? That is eating the, or finishing the dinner. Okay, so what is the action here? Finished the dinner, right? So by this you can understand that this action is took place in the immediate past, just immediate past. Okay, and what is the action? That he has finished his food, or you can say, yeah, I just finished my dinner. Okay, so I have just finished my dinner means just in the immediate past he have finished his dinner. Okay, so this was the first way to use present perfect tense. Okay, now the next one is, the next way to use a present perfect tense is a past action for which the time has been indicated. Okay, so a past action for which the time has been indicated. Okay, let's understand this with an example. Rani has traveled all over the world. So here the past action is being indicated. Okay, the past action for which the time is indicated. And what is the time? Time is that Rani has traveled all over the world. So here you can understand that she had traveled. Okay, she has traveled the world. It is a past action. In okay, past action. And what is the action? That she has traveled all over the world. Okay, so to use present perfect tense, the second way is we can use it where we have to show a past action for which the time has been indicated. Okay, here the time is indicated. Okay, now the third way, to express a past action the result of which still continues. Okay, so the third way is to express a past action the result of which still continues. Okay, so let's understand this with an example. My cousin has been down with fever since Monday. Okay, so since Monday she has fever. Here you can understand this, that since Monday she has fever and the result of that is still continuing. She might have fever still now. So this is a action which is continuing, and it is part of present perfect tense. Okay, with the result of the action is still continuing. Okay, and what is it? That she has a fever. Okay, so the sentence is my cousin has been down with fever since Monday. So what is the meaning of this? That since Monday से उसको क्या है? Fever. She is having, the cousin is having a fever since Monday. Okay, so these were the three ways to use present perfect tense. Okay, now let's see the structure of present perfect tense. So for the structure, we use subject. With subject, we use has or have. Okay, has for singular and have for plural. And then third form of the verb plus the remaining part of the sentence. Okay, what we use? Subject. With subject, has or have. Okay, plus third form of the verb and the remaining part of the sentence. Let's see example. Ram has failed in the exam. So Ram has failed in the exam. Here the subject is Ram. With the subject we are using has because Ram is singular, and failed. Okay, failed is the third form of the verb fail. Okay, and the remaining part of the sentence, that is in the exam. So what is the sentence? Ram has failed in the exam. Okay, I hope you understood this. Now let's see the second example, which is they have seen you. Okay, they have with the plural. Okay, so the second is they have seen you. So they, with that with the subject we have used have. Okay, and then the third form of the verb and remaining part of the sentence. Okay, the sentence is now they have seen you. Okay, so I hope you understood that how we use tenses in the different forms. Okay, and the structure of the sentence. Okay, this is the structure of present perfect tense. Okay students, for this video this is all. We will discuss the rest part in the next video.